My name is Nick with RockBox Fitness. I'm a multi-unit owner in the northeastern part of the United States. I heard about RockBox from RockBox. I was actually contacted by the franchise development team. Coincidentally, I was in search of a franchise opportunity. I've been with the same company for 18 years, and not that that's gotten stale or anything, but I was certainly looking for something else, and maybe a way that I could more directly impact people's lives. Had a great conversation initially with the folks that were quote unquote recruiters, and I was blown away by the platform every step of the way. Not only can I embrace this amazing workout, this amazing platform, amazing commitment to our members, but change people's lives along the way and have a direct impact on those people's lives. When I was doing my search for franchise opportunities, I was heavily looking into both fitness and wellness platforms, and I didn't really know where to go. That message to me with this platform was a big one. I hadn't seen anything like it where we married boxing and kickboxing with the functional training side, and to me, just checking off all the boxes. What really motivated me to embrace this platform and move forward were the other commitments that we make to our members. Nutrition and accountability, the three pillars being not one more important than the other, so to speak, all being part of the commitment and the value proposition to our members. That was huge, very impressive. So the site selection process at first glance felt very scary. The build out itself, the site selection itself, working out pricing. I'd never even considered pricing in terms of renting a space. But I can tell you, just long story a little bit shorter, from start to finish, the support from RockBox made it that much easier. All I really had to do was just pick the right location based on the data that you folks provided, but also pricing. And of course, I wanted to start in my own community. I felt it was really important to make an impact in my own community. So we had the opportunity opening up right in Cherry Hill, which is where I live. When we got to pre-launch, I knew it was really important before we made a single phone call, before we put a single ad out, I needed to have a very strong general manager. You guys did a wonderful job in helping me ask the right questions, put a process in place. But the reality is that hire was entirely on me. Thankfully, I made the right hire. And in retrospect, Brooke Tomasco was my first general manager running the Cherry Hill studio. Maybe the best decision I've made post signing up for RockBox. So it's a really important hire, but it is absolutely possible and doable to find that right person. So I'm partnering with Brooke in making the additional hires to fully staff, first with sales reps. We identified a few trainers that we were really interested in, but weren't quite ready to put them to work. But that process from, again, pre-sale to opening and making those hires along the way, if you have a strong general manager that can do kind of the front and center type of interviewing and hiring and identifying the right people, and you being the check and balance to that process and maybe final interview person, I think that's ultimately a really good formula to move forward with. All you have to do is walk into the studio, make a quick left turn and take a look at our almost wall of fame. It's all of the folks that have won our seasonal 6-week challenges, and you can see the results firsthand. You see a dozen people on that wall, and we've impacted their lives tangibly, and the proof is in the pictures. But it doesn't stop with just those folks, right? We've had a couple of hundred members for a couple of years now, and we just see the impact every day. It goes everything from the physical aspects of the impact that we're making to countless positive mental impacts that we've made along the way. I mean, some really deep and heavy conversations, and we know for sure that we have impacted their lives positively. Well, I think the one that resonates the most across the entire studio, right, whether it's our members or our staff or me and my wife as the owners of the studio, it's about accountability, right? That resonates every step of the way. And accountability isn't just do your job, isn't just making sure you're coming to work. It's everything involved, including right down to our members, that being one of the pillars that we commit to them. If you're not showing up, we're gonna be behind you, making sure that you do, or at least reminding you how important it is to stay on your track. I want to continue to impact lives. And we were fortunate enough to open Cherry Hill and find a place of stability there from a revenue perspective. That led me to an opportunity to purchase the Watchung studio in North Jersey. So we're continuing to impact those lives in North Jersey. I have a couple of more licenses, and we're really looking forward to continue to build outs in the future, continue to build our platforms currently, but then put us in a really strong position to find another location and find another area where we're going to impact those lives positively.